Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is a GW Panther, the GW Panther, Tier 7 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the commands of Cruelis77 of FILOX. Now, Cruelis has actually started making videos to help train people how to play Arty. I'll put a link in the description to the video so you can know where her channel is. You go over there and subscribe, and you might learn something from some of the videos which are being produced with the help of the other What Arty Noobs members. Well, this for Arty has a 15cm howitzer as its main armament, built on the hull of a Panther. Never actually got put into production, but it could have been a formidable weapon had it actually been used, because it would have been quite quick. Okay, well, she's now aiming for the enemy downrange, and she's using the strategic mode, or God mode, that a lot of people use. If you aim overhead, you can actually see the battle in detail, but it doesn't give you a three-dimensional feel like if you were using Battle Assistant. Okay, we've got a target to fire at there. An OI and a Super Hellcat suddenly come into sight, and she gets a hit on the OI, but she didn't get the kill. But she did pick up some damage assistance because she tracked the vehicle before he was wiped out. Now there's a Peter there, P43 Ter. But she switched over to the other side of the battlefield. The F7, yep, has got a T-3485, and there's also believed to be a Panther up there. She's just dialing in. She fired, wasn't fully dialed in. We didn't see where the shell went. Now, I think this is a common fault that we had with some of the replays around about the time that the last update went through, and you couldn't see the tracer from the shells as they neared the target, or at least some people were having difficulty spotting them. Okay, she switched to Battle Assistant now, but lost sight of that target. Got a bit of a reticule bloom because she's right at the edge of her field of fire. You can see the arcs of the field of fire. There's the Peter, fires around at him, and gets a direct hit for 297. That's a good hit. Now the 15cm shells will do 680 alpha. They've got a penetration of 43mm of armour, but if they don't penetrate, they'll still do a lot of damage. And you may have seen there, it does have a 7.6 meter blast radius, so even if the shell lands near the target, it can do damage. That was another direct hit for 147, so it obviously hit the heavy armour. Reload time 23.3 seconds. Okay, switch back to the other side of the lake. There's an enemy tank up on top of the hill. It's a Scorpion G. I didn't mention at the start of the game, but it is a tier 8 game, and that's a top tier tank destroyer. And he does have support behind him. Trying to get a shot on the Scorpion. She fires around in and, oh, gets a lovely hit. But she did stun her T-32 teammate there. So she might lose out on getting a high caliber if she did do the most damage in the game, because she stunned him and he took damage directly after he was stunned. P43 turns trying to get up using the dip. But Cruelis is ready for him. She's lined up the shot, rounds out. Oh yes, right on the money. Nice kill. Very clean kill, that one. She knew exactly where he was going, so she was able to predict exactly where she needed to lay the shot in order to get the kill. Now she's marking the T-34. You see the down arrows. She does that by placing the reticule over the enemy tank and then pressing the T key. And that puts down arrows above the tank on the battlefield. So all the other tanks can see down arrows except for the enemy team. They don't know that they're being targeted. Now that was a near miss. Just landed behind the guy. Now if you track a tank or disable a tank that's got those down arrows above it, and they then get hit and damaged, you would actually pick up a damage assist. That means more XP, more credits, simply by disabling an enemy tank. So if you can track them, then you earn up with a bonus. Well, we didn't see where that that shot went, so it might have actually hit the target. Oh, T-34 dies. 45 TP got a nice hit. Panther's coming around this side. think he's going after the 45 TP or moving forward. Reverse side scraping there in a sense. So Cruelis is just dialing in and rounds out. Will she get the kill? No, she didn't. She stunned him though. Okay, next target, Super Pershing, T26E4. It's a premium American tier 8. And she's switching targets again because another enemy tank has managed to make it up from the south and it's coming up by the west side of the map. It's a T3485. She's got a bit of reticle bloom there because of the edge of the map. In fact, she's adjusting the edge, which means that the vehicle has to keep moving to get lined up. Oh, that was a penetrating shot on the Super Hellcat. And with the reason we know that, she did a big roll on him, 545. And that has to be a penetrating round. You couldn't get that otherwise. Not with a non-penetrator. The T3485 is a little cautious now after seeing his teammate wiped out like that. She fires another one in and it's a near miss for 164. And it appears the T3485 is not alone. He's got an OI for company. Okay, so Cruelis is just finishing off her reload. She'll put a round into him. And then she'll pick up some stun assist off him as well. She's loaded. Now, rounds out straight away. Kill shot! Nicely done. So she's now got 3 kills from this game. And the enemy, although they captured the top of the hill, the first enemy tank to come down from the hill, a Cromwell, was wiped out. So it looks as if we are now in a position of advantage. 1 tank up on the enemy. And although we lost the hill, I think that they didn't gain any advantage by taking it. Most of our guys, though, seem to be centralised around the area between the end of the lake, the north end of the lake, and the little inlet where Cruella is right now. Or Cruelis, I should say. There's a Super Hellcat near the cap, but he's hiding behind the rocks, so he should be able to alert us if anyone comes up from the south. And we're just waiting for any sign or sight of that T3485. And he's been spotted. Yeah, she was saying, not sure where he is. She is now. She's lining him up, getting ready, rounds out. Oh, it hits the wreck and pre-detonates. So no damage for the T3485 from that shot, but she's marked the ground nearby. And it looks like he's got him behind the wreck. So if she can land a shell against the rock or nearby, she might be able to damage him. Here she goes. Rounds out straight away. No sign that anything happened. I think he's still there though. Just checking. Battle assistant. If you see the wrecks move or anything like that, normally means that the enemy is pushing them and the wreck is moving. So he is pushing the wrecks around, trying to get position. He is there. And she is getting damage, I think. Tree went down there. Indicates he's moving around the rock and coming up this side. If you're ever in a tank and you knock down a tree like that, it tells everyone where you are. So be very cautious about doing that. Over to the north, we've got a Jackson that's managed to sneak up, but he's met our Scorpion G, who's still fairly healthy. Rounds out the Jackson. Wipeout. Four kills now for Cruelis. And there goes the T3485, taken out by our Super Hellcat. Or at least one of them, because we got 2. We're now in a big position of dominance, because there's only 1 enemy tank left. Oh, one of their Arties has just drowned himself. The M12. Yep. Arty players don't drown themselves, or at least true Arty players don't drown themselves. Only the tank people who drive Arties are the ones who drown themselves, because they're too cowardish, too much of a coward to actually take part in the battle and get those extra XP. Real Arty players fight to the bitter end and try to win at every moment. I'd rather go down fighting than drown myself. That's the coward's way out. Fighting to the end is much more fun as well. especially when the enemy doesn't expect it. There's the last remaining enemy tank. It's a Su-100M1 Tier 7 Soviet tank destroyer. He's tracked. Cruelis fires around at him and gets a near miss. 204 hit points and some stun assist. We just need somebody to spot him again. The Super Hellcat's probably the ones that could do it the best. We do have a Burt nearby, but he's got a relatively small range. And the Super Hellcat just got the kill, which means now it's only 2 Artys left on the enemy team. One of them's a big one, the Su-14-1, the Tier 7 Soviet. And the other's an M44, the Tier 6 American. They're all going down the east side of the map. The FV304's moving to the east as well, but skirting the edge of the river. They should find them very soon. They found the Su-14-1. Cruelis lines him up, fires the round in. Unfortunately, he's already dead. And that shell hit the wreck, so she would have got a kill from that. And there's the M44. And that is the end of the game. So it's all over. That's a victory. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for a Cruelis77 and the GW Panther. It's not just any ace tanker. That one is her first ace tanker in this vehicle. Yes, you only get those banners underneath when you get your first one on these record sites. If you see it on what replays, you won't see those marks underneath. It's a peculiarity of the record sites like Salty Jedi's record site, where you can actually see when you get it for the first time. She also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. She got 4 exactly. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She managed to get 15 in this one. And her win rate from the game was 3779, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team scores. Well, she didn't get the highest damage in the game, so she wouldn't have earned the high caliber anyway. But she was fairly close, not all the way. The Scorpion G managed to get a high caliber and a Confederate for 3,129 hit points of damage, and she was second with 2,308 and the next one after that was the Super Hellcat with 2,108. When it came to kills though, it was Cruelis77. She got 4 kills, 3 kills to the Super Hellcat on our team and the M44 on the enemy team, and 2 kills to the M12, the FB304, and the Cromwell on the enemy team. So it shows our Arty was doing rather well. In fact, our M12 managed to get a Faden's medal for killing that last Arty, and also got a Confederate as well. So well done to him. That's not often you see this medal. It's a fairly rare medal, but when Arty gets it, it's even sweeter still. So very well done to Mappy102. Should actually say, yes, the Scorpion managed to get the Confederate. He hit 7 and 1, so we'll see in a second how well that Cruelis did. When it came to base XP, it was Cruelis. She managed to get 1,126. She was hitting higher tier opponents. 957 for the Scorpion G. He was hitting the same tier or lower. That's why his XP was slightly lower. And the M12 managed to get 861, so he did very well as well. Let's have a look at detail. She fired 18 rounds, got 7 direct hits and 1 penetration. So you see there's a difference of 7 there between her and the Scorpion G. That's why she didn't get a Confederate herself. She only got 6 difference and he got 7 difference, and that's why he got it. Splash damage on 15. Damage of 2,308 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 487 hit points of damage assistance, plus 1,278 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. On a premium count, she earned 48,878 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 28,718 credits. She received 1,689 XP, got 3,378 for completing the mission and events, and took away 5,067 experience points altogether. So a very good round there by Cruelis77. Congratulations on your first ace tanker. First of many, I suspect. And we'll just have one last thing before we go, actually. She did actually hit that T-3485 as he was hiding behind the rock. Yes, she did 290 hit points of damage to him. So yes, she was quite effective, and she stunned him 3 times. So yes, firing those blind shots in did actually pay off for her. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We do have another replay from Cruelis77 coming up very shortly. I do hope you'll stick around for that. And thank you for watching.